And we're live.
We are live. Hey guys, I'm Biz.
And I'm Justin.
And this is the BizzyCrow Show.
All right, we need a theme song.
We do. We'll have to come up with that. So what are you making for us today?
Yeah, so today I am making a soup. So you made a soup, I made a soup, and I'm going to make a tomato soup. Because we're getting into that like chilly weather, cold weather, and who doesn't love tomato soup?
I love it.
Yeah.
I'd probably make a grilled cheese with mine, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, I would too, but just
vegan cheese.
Yeah, no, good tomato soup. And this one, it's a little bit different than a lot of other recipes because a lot of them use like a ton of tomato and like they'll add in sugar, a lot of salt, things like that. Yeah. So I cut out all of that, and kind of my trick for it is browned onion.
Okay.
Which I know you love onion. So yeah.
And I do like how he placed it right in front of me, like just.
Yeah, so the browned onion, that gives it a little bit more of the complex, richer flavor. Carrot, which I boil, so there's your natural sweetness, and it also helps with the color because it doesn't like mute the nice red color. We're going to...
Okay, so most of you guys know that's my trick for tomato paste is that I take the tops of the top and the bottom off, and then you can just slide it through. Well, he has this fancy can opener that takes off the sharp edges, so that my tip didn't work for that. So now we got tomato paste on here.
Yeah, so we just have an open.
Yeah, so that's fine. We got a little spatula. It's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
It's all right. So we're gonna also like caramelize, in a sense, the tomato paste. So you cook the tomato paste before anything else.
Okay.
And then that brings.
So you start with the tomato paste, or
we'll do the onion and then the tomato paste, and then we add everything else.
Okay.
In, and then you just cook it. So kind of like yours, it is like a dump recipe.
Yeah.
Just you have to brown the onion.
Okay.
So if you used onion, you'd have this step too.
Yeah, I would, but I don't.
No.
So
no.
yeah.
But yeah, no,
I'll
so
do the garlic though.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, it's garlic, onion. We'll have the actual recipe down below. But yeah, garlic, onion. I'm using coconut milk, and I'm using full fat.
Okay.
Just to, again, give it a little bit more rich flavor to it, because with so much tomato, it can be a little bit acidic.
Yep.
And it's just like too overpowering.
And even if you buy canned tomatoes, each can is a little bit different. You can't just say, oh, what is it? But just taste it. And but I do like the fact that the coconut milk will also like balance everything and make it creamy.
Yep, yeah, nice and creamy. And then it's more like you're using like heavy whipping cream, something like that. It's just coconut.
And what's your seasoning you're using?
Yeah, so the seasoning is a little bit of Hungarian paprika, because there's like 3 types of paprika. So there's Hungarian, which is a little sweeter, a little bit, and a little bit, I'm trying to even think of like earthier than some. There's a Spanish paprika that's more bright and acidic, and then there's smoked paprika, which is smoked.
So if I'm just buying like paprika anything?
Most of the time, yeah, if you're just getting paprika, it's going to be the Spanish paprika.
Okay, did not know
because
that.
otherwise it'll say like Hungarian or Hungarian sweet, and I buy the big things.
I'm actually never sure. I've heard of that
like
before.
give it a little sniff.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not any more expensive, it's just a different
kind
that you just don't think of.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and it's also, I think, a little bit more red.
Okay.
So if you're using it, it does add a little red. So that helps with the tomato to like balance out the acidic, and then a little bit of dried thyme.
Perfect.
So yeah, all real natural ingredients, and we're gonna do the onions and then we'll be right back.
Perfect.
Alright, so I have, let me try that. That was a really anticlimactic.
It smells like onions in here.
Yeah, it does.
And garlic.
Smells great, doesn't it?
Love it.
It smells so good. Yeah, so I just kind of cooked the onion down, no oil, just a little bit of water at a time, because cooking it, you want to like get rid of some of that acidic onion.
The sharpness.
Yeah, the sharpness of it, because then that's just going to overpower your whole dish. Whereas like you want a like full round flavor, especially for tomato soup, because you have to like cut out as much of the tomato flavor as possible while still having some of the tomato flavor in there.
Got it.
If that makes any sense
to
anybody other than me. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so I have that cooked. We are going to add in our tomato paste by pushing.
Yeah, no, not this time.
So like I said, I do cook the tomato paste. I mean, it does come out like I can get it from both ends.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Okay, so it's a kind of tip.
Yeah, it's a tip. You know, it's pretty clean.
Just wait to do it before, like right before and not do it on the counter.
Yeah,
that's fine.
And I got a nice little dirty spatula holder, so that's good. So I am gonna cook the tomato paste just a little bit, maybe like 30 seconds to a minute because we're trying to caramelize the natural tomato sugars
And
that
I've
are in
never
there.
tried that before, so I'm curious to see how that's
Yeah, and you'll
work out.
even see, like, it does, like right now, you probably can't tell, but it's pretty red, like brighter red, but as you cook it, it'll get darker too.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a darker red in there. And then we're just gonna dump the rest of the stuff in, throw it on the stove, top, cook it.
And then it's
and
good
then we're
eats.
done.
Yes.
Yep, and then we're gonna use our immersion blender.
And cut.
Yeah.
And seen. Oh. The tomato soup
Yep.
makes its presence.
Yeah, so the tomato soup, I had the tomato paste, so I did cook that a little bit just to like caramelize it. You saw it's a little, just it darkens it up. It'll sweeten it up and it gets rid of some of that brightness with so much tomato paste in there. So we use the whole can. The tomato, I used crushed tomato, I think is what it was. Yeah, crushed tomato for it, but you could use like a tomato puree. Tomato sauce, they strain out too much stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't use tomato sauce.
No, so I do like a crushed or a puree for it.
And especially with the stick blender, it's going to be smooth anyway, so don't bother. Even if you don't like them, my twin sisters don't like any chunky soup at all. Like at Panera, I'm like, get the tomato soup, and it's chunks of tomatoes, and she can't do that.
Yeah. So, and then I did add in carrot. Now, normally, and today I was just a little bit, preoccupied with everything else going on. Normally I would like cook the carrot ahead of time, just boil it in a little bit of water, steam it, something like that. And that's another like prep ahead thing you could do.
Yeah.
Is like cook it ahead, freeze it or refrigerate it, you're ready to go. But if you have the carrots like cooked already, I think start to finish this only takes like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's not
tomato
long
soup.
at all. And another great meal prep idea for have it on a Sunday night, have soup for the rest of the week. You're all good.
And I left it fairly thick, which you'll see when we're pouring it out. But you could thin it with like a veggie stock or a chicken stock would probably be better than a beef stock for it.
Yeah, I would do chicken.
I like how I act like I know what I'm talking about.
I know, exactly.
I haven't used it in...
vegetarian for 17 years, vegan for over a year, but yeah, he's like,
Just
maybe chicken
assume,
stock.
Like,
It could work.
That makes sense,
But you know what, if I was going to add, I would use veggie stock for this anyway, just because it's a tomato soup, so why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, more of your flavor is going to come from the, like, all the tomatoes, the onions as well.
Yes.
And if you're trying to, like, flavor, I wouldn't do it.
But I definitely will do the tomato paste, cooking that down. I really liked how that made it look richer than it already is.
And one of the things that I added in here, I didn't talk about it before, you didn't really see it, is I did do, I don't even think you noticed I did it, is I put in 2 bay leaves.
I did see it at the end. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, so I did put in 2 bay leaves. I just kind of forgot that I had them sitting out. And the bay leaves are something that, like, do you use bay leaves?
I've never used bay leaves in my life. No.
Oh.
And I see them in recipes and I'm like, hard pass. I don't know why.
It's one of the, it's like, when you make a soup or something, you know when it's missing, but you can't tell it's there. Like on its own, it doesn't have a ton of flavor.
And you don't eat it, you take it, remove it, right?
Because it's a really hard leaf. I store mine in the freezer because they just last pretty much forever then. You could put it in a bag.
So
I put mine in a mason jar so they don't like crumble
Look at you.
up or break. But I mean, they're insanely cheap, like $2 for a huge bag.
Wow, look at that.
They're dried. Again, they're really hard. So you don't puree them in, but you cook it in with the soup, and it just adds...
And then you're able to pull it out.
Yep, yeah, pull it out. It's not going to fall apart or anything because it's hard. But it does add just a little bit, like a pungency to it.
Okay.
It's an aromatic.
All right, I'll have to give it a try.
Yeah, so it's one like, you don't have to use it in a recipe, but it does
It's there
add
for
just
a
like
reason.
a little bit something,
Okay.
you know? It's like a lot of like the umami things you'll do. You know when it's missing, but you can't always put your finger on it. And a lot for soup is the bay leaf. So you're making like a chicken soup?
Yeah.
Or like a veggie soup or something like that where it's more brothy. Yeah, bay leaf is perfect for
All right, I'm gonna have to try that.
So, all right, immersion blender. If you don't have one, we talked about it in another video. Buy one because they are. Cheap. I mean, we've used it twice in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way you could have as much soup. Like you could fill this pot completely full and use this.
Yeah.
Still.
It'll save you so much time.
Yep.
It's like $20 at Bed Bath & Beyond. So.
Yeah, and I probably actually do need it. Mine is starting
Add
to
to the
sound.
Christmas list.
Yeah, or if there's any company out there, you know.
who wants to sponsor us, you know, we'll talk.
Immersion blenders.
We'll talk about it all day long.
Yeah.
Every recipe will need an immersion blender.
Yeah. So if you're doing something like I don't have that much in the pot, and if you're using an immersion blender, it does have the like little vents. You have to make sure that those vents are completely covered.
Yeah,
otherwise it's just gonna splatter
yeah, so if
everywhere.
that happens, I just go like that and then put the immersion blender right there.
Yeah, so this is gonna make it nice and smooth and creamy. It does have the full fat coconut milk in it, but you could do a light as well if you wanted to, you know, save points, save calories. But I like the full fat in this. It makes it creamier.
Yeah.
It adds a mouthfeel.
And it's gonna balance out the acidity of the canned tomatoes.
All right, so it's probably like, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes, something like that. So you don't need to do it that long. So the only thing really that needs to be pureed is the carrot.
Yeah.
And if you cook the carrot down quite a bit, it really isn't gonna take that much time.
And this comes off super easy.
Yep, just pops right off. Dishwasher safe, they're wonderful. But you can see how thick this is.
The viscosity.
Yeah, you can see how thick it is. And again, if you wanted to thin it out or even make it like even smoother, then I would add in like the veggie stock.
Okay.
But I like a thick tomato soup. We'll start out with a little bit.
Yeah.
So I also didn't like sample or taste test this.
It's okay that we're gonna do it on camera, and then you have a little bit of crumbled.
Oh yeah, see, by the like the third or fourth video,
we
kind of like forget like what was I gonna do? Yeah, I did. So this is basil from my garden, and I dried it at my house, and then I just kind of crushed it up a little bit. So I don't want it to be like basil because then it turns into like marinara sauce.
Yeah.
But
a
having
nice
that
little garnish
bit,
like that.
Yeah, a little garnish. It looks pretty. But yeah, cheers.
Oh my gosh, Justin. That is so good. Yeah, you need the full fat coconut milk for this one.
Yeah, the full fat. I mean, you can.
It's
feel,
worth it.
Yeah, like it has just a really silky mouth feel to it.
Wow.
And it doesn't taste acidic. Because sometimes with like a tomato soup, especially like a lot of the recipes that I've tried in the past, they're just really like, it's bright.
Yeah.
Like it's way too much tomato flavor.
Well, and we were just talking about like, I made tomato soup where it tastes like I'm eating spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not what I was going for. This is exactly what I'm looking for in a tomato soup. So.
Yep. Yeah, and again, you could have it thinner. Like some tomato soups are pretty thin.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah,
Just this.
I like the nice and thick. Because like you even asked when I was making it, like, are you gonna put any
yeah, I was like, you're gonna
stock in there?
And I was like, no. But then I forgot about the coconut milk.
Yep.
So.
But this is also like, I mean, thinking about like other toppings for it, tofu.
You could do tofu croutons.
Yep, tofu croutons for it. Like chickpeas, like if you did like a roasted chickpea, that would be really good.
I've actually made grilled cheese sandwich and then cut it up to make grilled cheese sandwich croutons.
Yeah.
Like give a little bite of grilled cheese in every bite.
Yeah, but this is, I mean, by itself, it's pretty filling because, I mean, it does have a lot of tomato in it, but then also the carrot.
Yeah.
So I did like 3 like skinnier carrots.
It's probably about a cup and a half or something like that.
But yeah, that adds
this is stunning.
more density to it. But yeah, it's nice. And then and we got our biscuits too. Yeah,
our vegan cheddar jalapeno biscuits made with plant-based milk that we made a mock buttermilk out of by adding lemon juice. We'll tag the recipe for this somewhere. That's his job, not mine.
Hopefully I remember.
Yeah, I'm like, don't it. But yeah, this was great. Again, great meal prep, Sunday night dinner.
Yeah, or even like a weekday, like, I mean, really, if that's all you're focused on, 15, 20 minutes tops.
Okay, so here's how I like kind of meal plan. Like, let's just say you're on a fly just thinking about making this soup at night. When you're getting ready in the morning, cook the carrots while you're taking a shower. You guys have made my shower omelet. Don't Google that, by the way. Don't Google that. You do not want to know what that actually is, which I found out after the fact, but it doesn't matter. Cook your carrots while you're taking a shower. You're getting ready, drain them, put them in your refrigerator. Then when you come home at night, this can be ready in 15 minutes easily.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. So, great job, Justin.
All right.
Winner, winner.
Nice. I think
tomato soup dinner.
Everything we did today was a winner.
Yeah, it was so good.
Wow.
Are we like becoming professional YouTubers right now?
I think so.
Well, if we are, you guys need to subscribe below. Give us a thumbs up. Thank you. See, by the 4th video, I got it. First one, not so not so good. I was like, the ending was almost as long as the video. But anyway, give us a like, share our recipes. All of our links to our social media is down below, and hope to see you guys next time.
All right.
Take care.
So I'll do my dramatic.
Yeah, dramatic.
You like these? I got these at Family Dollar for $1.
Oh my gosh.
These are like my favorite pot holders. Because they're really like flexible.
Okay.
And a lot of the other ones, it's like it doesn't bend enough to grab onto handles. So it's like,
and you don't burn yourself.
No.
It's like paper thin. Looks like.
I know. This one's falling apart. But I just can't get rid of them.
Can't not.
Like,
yeah.
But they're so burned from.
From use.
Yeah, I should just get another pair. They're only $1.
Exactly.